It's Friday, everybody.
I love that song. What a
Yes, and that
blast
song was
from the past.
requested by a student, and that student will be revealed when we have our teacher shout outs for everybody. So she, in fact, I'm not gonna give it away, but it was for the whole staff today. So coming on.
A good thing you picked her for today.
Mhm.
Friday, you know.
So it is Friday. It is the 8th of January. And this week has flown by. This week has absolutely flown by as far as time goes, it seems like. And I will say this. And so usually we're very jovial here, but we want to talk a little bit about on Thursday. A lot of your advisory classes and a lot of your classes in general probably talked about what happened on Wednesday at the Capitol building. And I know that for some of us, and this is a really unique thing is we've taken our 8th graders to DC quite a bit. And I know Mr. Brewer and I went to we met with our senators. We were out there for a couple of things, 7 years ago. It was very, very meaningful for us. And I think that when the conversations, I appreciate the conversation with the advisor I was teaching yesterday, talking about we went back a little bit because I think they were like, what was the electoral college? And they had not, some of them hadn't seen it, but then we talked about it and we talked about, how they felt in different days. So know this too, when we are jovial and we were serious and we make sure that your teachers are here to give you an outlet to talk. Now they're not going to give you their opinion, but they are going to give you a safe space to talk. So if you ever feel, so I'm going to get serious with you for just a few minutes. If you ever feel like, hey, there's a lot going on, and there is, listen, Mr. Pickhock's gonna be the last person to tell you that there's not a lot going on right now, and has been a lot going on for a long time. Whenever you feel overwhelmed and whenever you feel, burdened with a lot of things, you have people here you can talk to, and it could be as easy as starting with your advisory teacher and having that conversation. I know we always say that. A lot of times, like if I don't want to ask a question in a class, but probably other 15 other people have it, things that we're all going through here, other people are going through as well. So if you had the question or even just bring it up, like, hey, I'm fearful of this, I'm anxious about this, is certainly an area, and that's what we're here for. Any adult is here for, even if it's just a quick email. Can we Zoom about this? I'm worried about this, And again, too, we have those structures in place. So we have our fellow students and our advisory teacher. We have our 8 core teachers, we have our counselors, we have our social worker, we have the 3 of us. We have people here that really want to help and really want to, at the very least, at least maybe allay some fears, help where we can. We know sometimes it's not something that goes away, and really nothing with our having, mental wellness can go away or be fixed easily. Sometimes it can. There are bits and pieces that can be, but it's just in like any medical condition, sometimes there are very easily fixable, things like minor, and then there are sometimes major. And really, if you're walking around and you're really anxious and if you're really concerned about something or something's really deeply bothering you, let people know. I know that, you all have friends, but if it feels like it's just too big, the adults are here for you. And that's anything really. Don't think, even if it's like, listen, I really don't feel like I could talk to this teacher. You could talk to the teacher, or you can use us as a kind of go-between to start the conversation. And so I want to make sure that you all know that we're here for you and we're here to help in any way we can. And I know right now, this is not the way that any of us had planned on going in the school year. We're hitting almost 10 months of being on the computer at some point for learning. And I know that we're, in a week here, we'll be coming back hybrid. Some of us will be coming back. I think that there's still a positivity rate that parents are worried about, and we all get that. But make sure though that you don't, if you're having those feelings and you're just different, and mental wellness is always something that we talk about. And as I've gotten older, as I was a kid, we really didn't talk about it that much. And I think now, though, I think it's widely accepted that when we have mental wellness is important for your development and you as a person, and whatever it is, we can at least talk you through it. And if we can't give you the help you need, if it's a little more serious, we know where to go to get you help, and we know where to go to help you out. And I don't want you to think, oh my goodness, I can't let anybody know this. That's the same as any medical condition. And I think that's where the stigma has really been dropped away for boys and for girls. Oftentimes, gentlemen, I'm talking to you out there, sometimes we kind of are told to kind of, man up or be like that. No, don't worry about that. That's that's toxic to you. So make sure your mental wellness is being met, even if it just means I need to talk to somebody about what I'm feeling for a little bit, or I have this question and I need answered, or I need just to put it out there. And I think that's what a lot of our teachers did on Thursday morning, talking about some things, but also just, what's going on in general. And so I always make sure that that people are here for all of you, because we love you and we want you to be well. I think that's the biggest thing.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So,
and I think also, especially with what happened in Washington, D.C., we don't have all the answers yet either. And so that's why it's good to talk to us and ask us questions, and we'll go through all this together and try to figure this all out.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important point Ms. Barbara just brought up. We adults don't know everything either. So you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what this means and how to explain. Trust us, neither do we. We have our own thoughts about that, but there is, we have our thought, and we go through the same thought process you do. And there's things that we're also thinking too, and it's not a bad thing to have, to be worried about things, to be anxious about things. It's when it takes over and it causes you to feel ill, or that's when you need to talk to somebody, even if it's just it can be as light as a conversation. It can be just like, hey, I'm just worried about this. And it can be as heavy as, hey, maybe we need to talk to someone else on a more consistent basis. Again, though, that's what we're here for. And don't think that you're going through this alone either. Don't think you're the only one. I think that's the biggest thing about mental wellness and mental health, is sometimes we think we're the only one this is happening to, and it's not.
Yeah, and you can't solve a problem if you ignore a problem.
Yeah.
Don't ignore your mental health.
Yeah. Never ignore health, period. Never ignore any kind of health and wellness, and know that we're here for you. Okay. And hopefully part of it is when we do have these light conversations, it knows that, we think about the same, sometimes dumb things you do. Sometimes we think about cereal, sometimes we think about Pop-Tarts, and then we think about pizza rolls, or Thursday being Friday Eve, or we think about that. Okay. Like we're tired on Monday morning, we're tired. This last Monday morning, oh my goodness, everyone was tired coming off the break. We all are. And we all look forward to the week. It's a commonality. So don't think again. So we're here for you, and hopefully you enjoy these announcements. And but also know too that we are, we're here for you as teachers, and we're here for you as principals, and we're here for you just as human beings.
Yeah.
Okay. So please know that. And so don't ever feel like you ever can't say something or can't ask a question of an adult and can't reach out. Okay. So that's very important. And hopefully we're bringing in just sometimes a little longer than 15 minutes. We're bringing in 10 to 15 minutes of joy to your life in the morning. And sometimes I think the longest we've gone is 24 minutes. And so
it was probably amazing.
I would say, listen, it's we sometimes go long, but that's because we enjoy talking to each other. We don't get a lot of personal contact with you students anymore, or even teachers virtually. We're kind of socially distancing, and so we get to talk here. So that's sometimes we talk a little longer.
Yeah. We sometimes have to answer very important questions, like what's the best cereal to eat without milk. Sometimes that needs to be said.
Yeah.
And I brought this up last year at lunch with someone. I think it might have been breakfast, because they were, do you butter Pop-Tarts? I don't know if that's something we talk about. I've heard that happen. So I know it's a weird segue, but that is a question that we've asked, and maybe that's going to be brought up later. So, and any of your food related questions, always email us, because that's I know that Ms. Eckert said we were a lot like Jim Gaffigan, how his comedy is a lot of food based. So are we here, because food's common. Like his deal about cake.
He's funny, so that was a compliment.
Yeah, that's absolutely a compliment. I love Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah, is a Pop-Tart a Hot Pocket?
You know what? Now that we're
Yeah.
sitting here, I think we need to test. I think we need a taste test. Pop Tarts,
I already get the boiled pizza rolls. So
not Hot Pockets. Oh, I will. Like, listen,
No,
I will test Pop Tarts. So, best kind is the frosted cinnamon sugar.
no.
Bite me on that. So,
I'm with you on that one.
Frosted cherry.
mm,
Although I do like unfrosted strawberry. Yeah.
No.
you just throw out the whole worst takes ever.
No.
Says the guy who likes grape nuts.
I do.
Right
I'm not
now,
gonna lie.
you can put sugar on them.
You can also reupholster your house with them.
Only if you leave it set. Yeah, you put that milk on there, and there's a timeline here
Yeah,
that
like
you
a
can get to it before you eat it.
Yeah, you're on a countdown.
If you can get to 4 minutes, okay, great. Then it start nice soft. But if you wait longer than like 10, then it's spackle. You're right. I mean, you can put it in the you can regrout your bathroom with it and your brick outside your house.
Yes, you can.
All right. So having said all that,
That was a nice another.
see, that's how we get. That's our we're conversation. Let's get to announcements. It is Friday, January the 8th, 2021. Here are your morning announcements. First off, students, start your day at Canvas at msdwt.instructure.com. Every day starts at Canvas. Check your email first and then go to your first advisory class. Parents, where are you starting at? westlaneparents.com. That's the greatest parent portal in the history of parent portals. I'll stack up against anybody. And then also Parent Square. Very good. In fact, I get Parent Square announcements throughout the day, or just parents emailing us without having to go through email. It's really nice. So use Parent Square, and you can download that, and you're automatically in Parent Square. You should get the emails anyway, but then you can also sign up, and then you get like an alert on your phone that there's a Parent Square message from your teacher or from me or from the district.
Parent Square is the best.
Parent Square is awesome.
Yeah.
You're not square if you're on Parent Square. Get around to being on Parent Square. All welcome. There we go.
Oh.
Miss Barbara, talk about talk about something on Zoom.
Okay, I think I'm going to talk today about being responsible. Okay, kiddos. So when we're on Zoom, we're going to always be responsible, and we're going to show that. We're going to log in 5 minutes before class starts. That way we make sure everything's ready to go. We're going to make sure our device is charged, that we've eaten our snacks and used the restroom prior to class starting. And just as we talked about earlier today, we're asking questions when we don't understand something.
All right, that's how to be responsible on Zoom. Again, any technology issues, first things first, restart it.
Yep.
Second thing second, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Then you call 317-254-5566. And if it's a Canvas issue, you can always just hit us up with an email through the West Lane Middle School course, and we can see what's going on there. Okay. We got some birthdays. We got weekend birthdays. We got today birthdays. We got all kind of birthdays today. So happy birthday today for Ethan Braden. Happy birthday, Ethan. And happy birthday to Courtney King.
Birthday.
Birthday, Courtney. Saturday, January the 10th is, I'm sorry, the 9th? Yeah, the 9th. Sorry. It's Clay Etienne. Clay, birthday, Clay. And Shaku Moo's birthday is on Saturday.
Birthday.
Birthday.
And then Sunday the 10th, I've got my dates all messed up here, but it's Demia Winston on Sunday, January the 10th. And then we'll be back the 11th is a Monday. So my calendar's broken, I guess. So all right.
Happy birthday, guys.
After advisory at 9:10 and 9:50 today, Mr. Brewer, what are we doing?
So West Lane, we are ending our week on periods 5, 6, 7, 8. Period 5 starts at 10 o'clock, goes till 11:15. Period 6 starts at 11:25. So you got that 10 minutes to be responsible, like Miss Barber said on Zoom. That goes until 12:40, and then everyone's favorite period of the day, lunch. 12:40 to 1:10 for lunch. Period 7 starts at 1:15, goes until 2:30, and then you will end your day in period 8 from 2:40 to 4, and then you get to enjoy the weekend.
All right, it is our favorite time of announcements, and it's the students of the month.
We love the students of the month.
All right, 7th grader. Go ahead, Miss Barber.
Oh, Susanna Burris, you are nominated by Miss Courtney Susanna is an amazing student. She's always engaged in class and likes to get her classmates joined into the discussions. She is open and caring with everyone she talks to. Her enthusiasm and energy are contagious, and I am so thankful to have her in class. Keep it up. Nice.
Nice job, Susanna. And then, oop, I went the wrong way. Mr. Brewer.
So Miss Reels Student of the Month is Cheyenne Sanders. Cheyenne's quiet persona tends to hide her strength and her integrity. Cheyenne comes to class ready to work. She is focused and completes work every day. She is a star student and a phenomenal person.
Oh,
Nice job.
And we learn the word persona. Persona means is like kind of what you're like.
Yeah.
Persona.
Personality.
Yeah. So you can say my persona is this. And so you can also say that instead of personality, and you sound very collegiate, like Ms. Reel. Always sounds like she could be a college professor.
Absolutely.
Nice job.
Nice
Cheyenne.
job. Thank you, Mrs. Reel, and thank you, Cheyenne, and thank you, Susanna, and thank you, Ms. Courtney, for nominating people of Students of the Month. And of course, here we go. I always feel I need to do this. Show us up. All right. Today's shout out comes to us. It is about the West Lane staff. I would like to shout out all the West Lane teachers on the West Lane staff because I cannot possibly choose just one teacher. Right. All the teachers make very creative and entertaining lessons that I personally enjoy. They are very understanding with all the virtual problems and are glad to help when I reach out to ask a question. Thank you so much, West Lane staff. Camille Thorpe, that's from Camille Thorpe in 6th grade.
Camille.
And Camille, I cannot agree more with that sentiment.
Thank you, Camille. You're awesome.
Yes, that is fantastic.
He see it. He sees it.
Absolutely.
You guys are amazing.
So with everything else I see, and we all see,
Mhm.
and over here, the mission of Westlake Middle School is to develop lifelong learners and globally minded citizens by fostering the academic, creative, and social skills needed to achieve excellence in a multicultural environment. Every Wildcat every day gets better. Usually at this time, we are doing Diagnostic IXL. I do know that the teachers may want to extend conversations from yesterday. So again, we're going to give that time coming up. And so our last thing is to say, have a great weekend and enjoy your, what day is it? It is
Friday.
Getting down on Friday. Everybody put your